we talked to you was back in LA. What have you been up to since then?
Man.
Playing a lot of 2K21. That's first.
You know what I'm talking about? Got that right there. We finna get it in, get it in.
So tell me how the season's going so far for you. I'm pretty stoked that we even have an NBA season.
Exactly. I think happy that we have an NBA season. And you think about, we only got the first 36 games. But in those first 36 games, it's interesting because for the first time we're seeing back-to-back home games where teams play. So the schedule really dictates how good you are early. So let's say if you're playing in Los Angeles, you got the Lakers back-to-back, the Clippers back-to-back, and then you go to Utah and play back-to-back. You could be 0-6 and still be a good team. There's a lot of things and variables this year that everyone has to pay attention to.
What has surprised you most about the season so far?
The fact that we're running smoothly. I knew that there would be games that would be missed, but in generality, there's not been long gaps where teams have not been playing. I thought with travel and the proximity of, being with each other in hotels and flying and all of those things, I thought that there would be more games canceled due to COVID-19.
What about the playoffs? Do you think we're going to see another NBA bubble so that it reduces the risk of really star players being out for a long period of time?
I hope not. People and his fans. I'm hoping that, we're going to be at a point by June that in our areas we will be able to have at least 50 to 60% capacity in arenas, which would dramatically change the way certain players play. Meaning there are certain guys who don't play well in front of people. And there are certain guys who play much better in front of people. And I like to see that when it happens.
All right, we've got some quick fire picks for you. Who is better? Let's start with shooters. Larry Bird versus Steph Curry. Who you got?
That's tough. But my choice for the best shooter in the history of basketball is Larry Bird. I know Steph is right now the bold pick, but I think Larry Bird in key moments can get his shot off easier because he's 6'10". So if a LeBron James, who's 6'9", switches out on him, he would still be able to get his shot off easily. He wouldn't have to take 10 dribbles. So he would be in a more natural form at all times of the game.
But we've seen Steph make so many clutch shots with two defenders on him. He can shoot in a telephone booth.
I'm just letting you know I'm much older than you, Alexis. I've seen them both in their heyday. I've seen them both in their superpower moments. And Larry Bird has hit millions of clutch shots, just like Steph Curry. But I just think the size allows him to shoot it easily every single time, no matter who's guarding him. That's the difference.
Let's move on to the big man. Who's a better big man right now? Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic?
Ooh. I wouldn't have said this 6 months ago, but I will say it now.
You're going to say Joel Embiid?
I will say Joel Embiid is a better player now. He's having a better season. He took a step. This year, there is an improvement on decision-making, when to shoot the three, when to post up, how much to post up. That was his only flaw. He just didn't know when to do stuff.
All right, we've got some legacy teams. Since you say you're older than me, you've seen two of these teams in their heyday as well. 95-96 Bulls versus 2016-2017 Warriors.
I would say the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
Because defensively, they're able to guard the three-point line on all of those positions. Not because they're able to shoot it better. They can defend and switch and guard the three-point line in the present-day era.
Let's go to who is better with the point guards of today's NBA. Luka Doncic.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And the injury report for both teams, players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And now the Lakers starting group. The forwards are LeBron and Davis. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Gasol in at the center. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid hold down the post for him. Curry is out there with Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like John Moran, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. Terrific play.
3 terrific hits, you're right. Now here's James after Ben Simmons' miss. Outside, Davis. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And you see where Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, G.A. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. Tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have in playing with stars going for a championship.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Feeds away. James with the bucket.
As good as LeBron is at moving the ball, he's not going to pass up the jump shot if he's there for him.
On the wing, Green. And they double up Embiid. Harris against Davis. And slam dunk by Harris.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
LeBron passes to Gasol. Kicks it out to LeBron. 5 on the clock. Over Green. And it's off the back rim. No good.
This is the D that causes that. That's just a loss of concentration.
Passes it to Embiid. Now, here's Green. Pass to Simmons. And he drives in. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
That one is off.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Howard's checked in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Danny Green. And he's good on the second. For Los Angeles. The field to start this one so far. The pass to Morris.
Young, because I know Trey Young has worked with you with the Jet Academy.